Oh, good morning to you guys. How are you? Let's see here. Lots of fun things going over today. We're going to be talking about psychology. And I just want to kind of get your guys' point of view on this really quick. There are some fun tips and tricks out there, and just different ways of looking at the psychology facts that how humans actually interact or react with each other. So one of the couple of 10 of the things, what am I talking about? 10 of the things that I want to cover today really quickly are these. We're going to start with number one. And this one, actually, when I was reading through this morning, breakfast and coffee and all that stuff and getting that going with the morning, I said, okay, how do people make decisions? Because I'm choosing about a couple of different things right now in life. And I'm like, how do people, what's the psychology that really affects people? I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good topic. So here we go. Number one, people decide whether they're going to like you within the first few seconds of meeting you. Whew, gosh, no stress there at all, right? I mean, it goes from like, hey, how are you? My name is Greg. I'm Bob. Great. Bob hates Greg. Shit. What happened? I don't know. First couple of seconds, he didn't like me. So that's what the old saying when your mom used to tell you, first impressions, are more important than anything else. There's your reason. And then you have to have that conversation with yourself and say, is that really that important? Do I want everybody to like me on the first moment or not? That's an intentional move on your side. But do you want everybody to like you, or you just need to be aware that people decide if they're going to like you within the first few seconds? Just lock that away in the old noodle cake over there. Number two, the more calm and confident you appear, the more people tend to respect you. People that are spastic and bouncing around like a crack addict who ate paint chips in the morning, while chasing it down with gasoline, probably not the best look. Just going to go out on a limb and say that about that really quickly. So, what is a good way to stay calm and confident? Well, confident and calm. Controlling your emotions is what I would honestly say. Um, you know, get in there, understand what you're walking into, prepare yourself no matter what it is, and then remain calm, appear confident, and people will respect you. It's actually very, very true. The quieter you get, the more people will respect you because they don't know what's coming next. If you just give everything on the first date, aka, you barf out everything in your on your brain, there's going to be a lot of folks who are like, yeah, I don't take them for real, or I don't take her for real. The quiet ones, you always got to watch out for. Number three, most people remember how you made them feel, not what you actually said. It's not the words, Greg, it's how you say it. Thanks, mom. It rings in my brain all the time. But let's be honest, it's a real thing. People remember emotion, they remember connection. I mean, think about animals. You can say, hi there, snuggle puppin. I love you. I love you. I love you. Right? Joe dog or a cat. Then you say, I'm going to take you to the shelter and I'm going to euthanize you. Oh, come here. You lovable little creature. We're going to stick your head in mud until you can't breathe. Now, obviously, those are horrible things you'd never do to your pet, but it's the tonality, right? It's how you made them feel, not exactly the verbiage coming out of your mouth. Communication is only 7% of communication is actually the words you say. 38% is your tonality, and 55% is going to be your kind of how you're holding your physical body. Are you tense? Are you relaxed? Are you calm? Are you anxious? What is it? But that's communication 101 right there for you. Number four, when someone helps, well, sorry, when someone keeps looking at your reaction while talking, I had to read this a couple times, guys. So let's read it again. When someone keeps looking at your reaction while talking, your opinion matters to them. So I thought about that. I was like, when's the last time someone really, like, that stare when you get that look and people are just kind of like studying you, right? And they're because they really truly care about your opinion. I'm like, hmm, I guess I've misread some situations in my life. I need to go back to the drawing board here and there. But I really like that one. When someone keeps looking at your reaction while talking, so while they're talking, right? Your opinion matters to them. Think about that. Your kids, your spouse, your business partner, your friends, your boss, your manager, whoever. Think about that. You might be missing some golden opportunities right there. Number five, The brain often overthinks situations that will never actually happen. Oh my God, that couldn't be any more true if it tried. You go in there and the hamster, you know, starts rolling up there and it just does not freaking caught myself freaking stop, right? Oh my God, think about this. Like, oh my God, did I leave the door open? Did I leave the oven on? Do I have a zit on my nose? Does that client really not like me? Did he or she really mean that? All of a sudden, everything is a nuclear explosion in your head, and then you talk to the person like, "Were you mad at me, Stacy, about what I said?" They're like, "What'd you say?" "Oh, I said blah blah blah." "Oh, dude, I haven't even thought about that." "No, I'm good." "Why? Why do you ask?" You made it up. You manufactured, you hallucinated this potential reality. Now, here's the dangerous part about that, and then we'll keep moving. Because you have two different brains, right? Like ocean waves, that's the shit you see. Those are your thoughts. The undercurrents, your subconscious, that really controls where the upper part of your brain goes. Your subconscious and conscious brain, right? Do not feed that subconscious brain anything negative, okay? Because it will manifest it. I guarantee you. You want that? You don't want that zit on your nose before a big date? You're going to get a zit on your nose before that big date if you think about it, right? So why not invert that? Why not think about success, the most incredible opportunities that drop in your lap? Really manifest. Think about the positive things, right? Instead of thinking about a shitstorm dumpster fire that you've artificially made up in your mind that's never going to happen, why don't we shift over to the positive side? So, for goodness sake. All right. Where are we? Okay, number 6. The people who stay quiet in conversations usually observe more than others. Have you ever seen that guy or that gal that's sitting there dead silent, like it's like a rock sitting in a chair, and they're just looking around like this, and they're letting Bob over here and Steve over here and Jan over here and Rebecca over here just blah, 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 smash, smash, all day long about whatever that's on their mind. But when you look at the dude or the chick, right, that's staying quiet during the conversations, he's observing personality traits, conversation points, good ideas, bad ideas, temperaments, tonalities. He's seen or she is seeing everything in the room. So here's the question. Do you want to be the guy or gal sitting quietly in the chair or in the room here in the conversation, or do you want to be the one blabbing away? Be careful when you answer that in your brain. Remember, number 5, don't overthink it. Going on to number 7. When someone trusts you with their secrets, they feel emotionally safe with you. I had a friend reach out to me and talk to me about something that was very personal. And I was like, "Are you sure you want to share this with me?" And they're like, "Yeah, I actually do want to share this with you." So I said, "Okay." And so they shared whatever they had going on. And I was like, that was a little more than I thought that I was going to get. But holy crap, I'll take it. I accept to be that safe spot and safe place for people to really come and talk to. Sometimes it's overwhelming, I'm not going to lie, but I'm grateful for the opportunity. So when someone actually trusts in you and relies on you and invests in you, it's because you're safe to them. And that is hard to come by in people's opinions these days. So be careful with what the power that you don't even know you're wielding at this moment. Okay, number 8. The way someone treats you or treats people who cannot benefit them shows their true character. So it's the old adage, right? The server, the waitress, the waiter, the whoever, the gas station attendant. Show everybody respect at all times, and that will get respect in return. But there's those people, and you know who I'm talking about without having to say it, Karen or Brad. I'm not going to bring those up, not one bit, Karen, head of the HOA. Sure, not talking about you at all, but it is one thing to have a sense of importance, which is important in business, right? But it's never okay to demean, be condescending, rude, vindictive, hostile, just belligerent, narcissistic. I mean, cut it out, guys. Look, everyone's got a struggle. Everyone's got a success story. Everybody's got some monkey that's drunk sitting on their shoulder, chirping their ear about some bullshit. And so when you run into somebody else and they cannot affect you, bring grace, bring value, bring kindness. You will succeed in life. And especially if they can't do anything to pay it back, because that action could affect more people than you know. It's like a pebble being thrown into a pond. There's going to be ripples going out 365 degrees. It's going to go forever. What kind of pebble are you throwing into the pond when you meet people? Number 9. All right, guys, we're getting close. Number 10 is kind of stupid, but whatever. Number 9. Many people pretend to be strong while silently dealing with their own struggles. Man, everybody's got a fight. Everyone's got an issue. Everyone's got an ish, right? What's the ish? And when someone's like snaps at you, don't take it personally. They're having a rough day. They're going through they're fighting their own demons, right? Their own battles, their own tribulations and trials in life. So when someone goes, well, don't talk to me about this right now. I don't have the time. Okay. Not a problem, bro. See you later. Give me a holler when you're free. Don't take it personally. One of my favorite analogies, which is very cliche, and you guys are going to get it. I understand that. But think about this. When you're walking around and people are pretending to be strong and blah, 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 and then you see that crack, you don't exploit it. You nurture the human. You walk with them. You talk with them. You be their friend. You show up when no one else shows up. And even if they're like, yeah, I got this. Don't worry, bro. I got this. Ain't no thing. Look, as a dude, we're full of shit. We're dying inside, okay? Ladies, you guys can see right through our crap. We try to look really cool, but it doesn't really work out so well. But you let us feel that way. So we all, from all of us guys, we appreciate that. I think that when pretending to be strong, I'm thinking of a couple of agents in my past life that they came across like a bull in a china shop. Let's put it that way. And the funny thing is that I learned later some of them were dealing with some pretty heavy health issues. And I'm like, dang it. I should have just given them grace and levity, but yet I held a grudge internally. So what does that make me? What does that make you guys? What does that make anybody? Right? Honestly, we don't know. But once you realize, you kind of hone in on this stuff, then you're like, maybe I can give people more space and grace, right? Maybe I can make sure I treat that person with a little bit more love, even when, they're sweeping a floor and you don't step in their dust pile and you step around it and you compliment them on the way out. Hey, floors are looking great, brother. Good work, man. That's awesome sauce. Have a blessed one. What do you think that person is going to go do? Do you think they're going to go kick the goldfish later? No. Someone built them up. Someone recognized them. Someone saw what they were doing. Everything anybody does in a positive, good way, not malicious or nasty. Child traffickers and all those weirdos out there, they are excluded from this list of kindness. But the folks who are just working hard, you're working hard. What's the difference? I had a friend of mine. I'm kind of deviating off script here. A couple of friends, actually, a number of years ago. This really bothered me. I never told anybody this, by the way. So you guys are the first ones to ever hear this. We were having a conversation. I don't know what the heck. We were having a conversation about somebody. I honestly don't know who it was. But it's like a friend. It wasn't like a politician or anything. And they're like, and I made a comment, and they're like, no, Greg, you're better than them. I'm sorry. Can you run that past me one more time? What do you mean I'm better than them? They're like, oh, dude, this individual, you're better than that person. I said, no, I'm not. I'm different. There's a very, very, very large difference in that conversation. I'm different than them. I'm not better than them. And I think if we can take that and twist that and make sure we focus on the fact that, look, anybody could took in a left or a right at any kind of conversation or intersection in life. You could have taken that first hit of meth, and I'm being very over the top hyperbolic here, okay? First hit of meth, you could have, got pregnant at 14, right? Whatever. Random ass things. It's not that you're worse or I am better. It's different choices. So, with that being in mind, you have the choice every day to interact and react to everything in your existence. The Navy SEALs call it the 6 foot rule. Stretch your arms out. That's the only thing that exists is the 6 feet that you can touch. And they teach that in rock climbing. Not that I'm a Navy SEAL or have gone through this. I've just talked to people who have. And they said that it's truly eye-opening because you go from like, oh my gosh, I have all of this opportunity, all of this backup, all of this, blah, blah, blah. But now you're down to 6 feet. That's the only thing you can control. You can't control the politics. You can't control the weather. You can't control what your neighbor is going to do. You can't control any of it, but you can control within the 6 feet. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, I have blabbered on long enough there. The psychology facts that affects human behavior. So go back and watch this, listen to it, kind of check it out a little bit, kind of give me your thoughts on this. I always love kind of going over this stuff and doing a kind of verbal barf with you guys because it just helps me process stuff. And thank you, brother. Yep. Overanalyzing is a curse. I could not agree with you more because it just sucks the life blood out of your brain, your body, your spirit, your soul, everything. When you overanalyze it, when you just look at it, and be like, that is a cut. That's gonna leave a scar. There's no cut on my face. But you're not like, oh my God, plastic surgery. No, none of that. You're overthinking it. It's not a big issue. I've actually had a burn from my ear all the way to my mouth right here by a coat hanger. Got kicked into my face and burned me pretty deeply, actually, when I was a young kid. Put some vitamin E on that thing, right as rain. I literally cannot tell which side of the face I got burned on anymore. Anywho, totally digressing. You guys have an incredible, wonderful, powerful day. Share this, love this. I'm here to help you guys, and I love seeing you on a morningly basis. I have a new idea I'm going to come up with, though. Actually, it's already in work. I got the final copy today, my first edition. I'm going to start coming out about twice a week and giving you guys some market updates for national and then local information with some talking points and scripts. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been building this thing for a little while, and it's finally ready to be debuted. So I'll be coming out to you guys probably to tomorrow's Thursday. So Friday, I'll bring it out and show it to you guys. All right, guys, have a great day. Boom, peace. Love you. Have a great, well, for me, rainy day. Bye.